You will never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every dog that barks. The positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. I never worry about action, but only about inaction. All the great things are simple, and many can be expressed in a single word: freedom, justice, honor, duty, mercy, hope. If you are going through hell, keep going. You have enemies? Good. That means you've stood up for something, sometime in your life. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Never give up on something that you can't go a day without thinking about. To improve is to change, to be perfect is to change often. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. Courage is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Never let a good crisis go to waste. My tastes are simple, I am easily satisfied with the best. Kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. He who fails to plan is planning to fail. It is a mistake to try to look too far ahead. The chain of destiny can only be grasped one link at a time. Diplomacy is the art of telling people to go to hell in such a way that they ask for directions. If you find a job you love, you'll never work again. We are still masters of our fate. We are still captains of our souls. For myself, I am an optimist. It does not seem to be much use to be anything else. There is no time for ease and comfort. It is the time to dare and endure. Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. If you want to discover new oceans, you must first have the courage to leave shore. Courage is rightly considered the foremost of the virtues, for upon it all others depend. We have no lasting friends, no lasting enemies, only lasting interests. When you're 20 you care what everyone thinks. When you're 40 you stop caring what everyone thinks. When you're 60 you realize no one was ever thinking about you in the first place. You have enemies? Good. That means you've stood up for something, so. Sometimes doing your best is not good enough. Sometimes you must do what is required. A lie gets halfway around the world before the truth has a chance to get its pants on. Before you can inspire with emotion, you must be swamped with it yourself. Before you can move their tears, your own must flow. To convince them, you must yourself believe. I am always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. You ask, what is our aim? I can answer in one word. It is victory, victory at all costs, victory in spite of all terror, victory, however long and hard the road may be, for without victory, there is no survival. Those who plan do better than those who do not plan, even should they rarely stick to their plan. I no longer listen to what people say, I just watch what they do. Behavior never lies. The farther backwards you can look, the farther forward you are likely to see. All men make mistakes, but only wise men learn from their mistakes. Everyone is in favor of free speech. Hardly a day passes without its being extolled, but some people's idea of it is that they are free to say what they like, but if anyone else says anything back, that is an outrage. A small lie needs a bodyguard of bigger lies to protect it. There are plenty of good ideas, if only they can be backed with the power of action. Our future is in our hands. Our lives are what we choose to make them. It is a good thing for an uneducated man to read books of quotations. The oldest habit in the world for resisting change is to complain that unless the remedy to the disease should be universally applied, it should not be applied at all. But you must start somewhere. There is no doubt that it is around the family and the home that all the greatest virtues, the most dominating virtues of human, are created, strengthened and maintained. The difference between mere management and leadership is communication. A love for tradition has never weakened a nation, indeed it has strengthened nations in their hour of peril. Life is a test and this world a place of trial. One man with conviction will overwhelm 100 who have only opinions. You can measure a man's character by the choices he makes under pressure.